We may have to find a few more survivors here, or this documentary is not going to last much longer.
This is the gauntlet that you have to go through right now.
Regular civilians at home sweating out hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars potentially. Oh my God.
Neon City Festival is an incredible new free music and arts festival in downtown Las Vegas. And this is a one-of-a-kind experience only downtown Las Vegas can deliver.
Hello, downtown Las Vegas. I am so happy to come out and stand in front of everyone on the very first day of a brand new free music festival, the Neon City Festival.
A few familiar faces from Circa Survivor are all showing up to check out the festival. We're catching up with Mr. Irrelevant from 2003, Ryan Hogue.
My name is Ryan Hogue. I played for 5 different NFL teams. I was Mr. Irrelevant 2003 NFL Draft. Like my buddy Tony here, we both have a dire need for sports all the time.
He got knocked out early in this year's contest, but he still follows the weekly action through his podcast.
Saturday night, here we are, Neon Music Festival. What a better way to spend it than with my beautiful lady here. My partner Tony and I, we do a podcast called Last Man Standing, kind of playing off the Mr. Irrelevant being the last man standing in the 2003 NFL Draft. We wanted to be able to talk about different strategies. So he took 10 entries and I took 1 entry, and we just thought it would be good to be able to talk about the different mentalities and paths for, you know, a person with only 1 versus a person with 10. Unfortunately, both of us are out at this point.
I do fantasy, but I love talking about the games, especially with him and anyone who, I love sports. I love football especially.
Matt Foley here with Omaha Steaks. I'm the Director of Food Service and Corporate Development. We became close friends with Derek and team during COVID, and now we're partners. He's been out to Omaha. We've come here to Vegas a lot. We're here for the Neon Cities Festival right now. First year doing it, and of course I'm confident to take the Cincinnati Bengals, and I look like an idiot. But next year I will not be taking the obvious pick in the first week. I've learned my lesson there. Maybe I don't even want to deal with that pressure. I mean, getting down to 95 and, you know, shaking making the pick every week. At some point you got to be thinking about hedging, you know, too, right? I'd love to have that benefit one day in my life. I want to be down here and have Derek give the check, and we're eating tomahawk ribeyes from Project Barbecue at Circa. That's the goal.
Week 12 is the last week before Thanksgiving, where contestants face a daunting challenge of picking a winner both on Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday, and then turning around and picking another winner on Sunday after Thanksgiving. These Circa survivors also have to make 3 correct picks in just over a week.
It's official, week 12. This is the week you honestly are dying to get to. Now you've got to make those 2 picks in 1 week. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then the Sunday picks. And here we are, less than 100 contestants left. It's been heartbreak for so many all the way up to week 12, but now less than 100 of these folks about to get into the ride of their life.
Fortunately, one of our entries, we both have the Lions and Kansas City. So we are most likely going to end up using either the Lions or Kansas City on Thanksgiving, and then maybe either Kansas City on Christmas or Kansas City in week 12 if we end up going Lions. The other entry, we only have Kansas City left. We're probably just going to go with Kansas City if we're lucky to get that far on Thanksgiving. And when we get to Christmas, we'll just cross our fingers. I'm actually kind of hoping that it ends before Christmas, so I don't have to worry about that problem.
Back at Circa, week 12. Very exciting day.
Tell me about the hat you're wearing.
Well, I've decided that for the last few weeks I bought the hat of the team that I'm taking in Survivor. So when I go all the way, I'll have a whole row of hats hanging on the wall that got me the $14.2 million. I've actually already kind of laid it out what I was going to do. When I took Detroit last week, I knew I was taking Washington this week. And right now I'm looking at, hopefully, I'll be looking at Green Bay on Thanksgiving. Okay, that is my plan. But obviously this is the gauntlet that you have to go through right now as we wait, because of course, anything can happen on any given football Sunday, as we know. Listen, they're a 10.5-point favorite. They're playing one of the worst teams in football. Dallas appears to have quit. Okay, so I'm as confident as I can be, knowing that you're gambling, right?
95 left, 3 picks in the next 8 days. We have the Sunday game, Thursday or Friday, Black Friday, Thanksgiving or Black Friday, and then Sunday again. I'll be flying to Switzerland on Thursday morning. So I'm in an interesting spot. I have everything mapped out though. I took the Commanders this week. We're under 100, so there's this theory of action where I'm like, no one else matters. And then wait a minute, everyone else matters because in any given week you can go from 190 to like 5, just like that, and you're in, right? So I do think about it a little bit like that from a chess standpoint. For me, the decision was Washington now or Washington in 2 weeks when they play Tennessee at home. It was one of those.
The team known as Razor Squad is here in person to sweat the games today.
Started with 3 entries, have 1 entry left. We're on Washington today, and it look very good. This might be the sweatiest one yet. We definitely had our heated arguments this week about it, but in the end, we decided to go ahead and use Washington.
I think I can speak for Tom. We're both crapping in our pants right now. Watching this game right now, it's as ugly as it can get.
It's just unnecessary.
We shouldn't be in this position. A lot of sloppy play. Washington looks horrible, and Dallas is rising to the occasion. But it's certainly, you never want to be in a one-score game or a tie game when you're in Survivor, and this right now could just really go either way.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, what makes it worse is the other 33-pick team, Miami, is absolutely taking New England to the woodshed. So it's like, okay, thanks.
Here we go, week 12. It's the beginning of this gauntlet of eight days, but you have to have 3 selections here. Now, starting on week 12, we started with 99, lost a few on Thursday, and now so we're down to 95 Circa Survivors as we speak here for the morning games on week 12. So far, one of the top selections, Miami, looks really smooth. Looks like this might be the rocking chair play. We also have another rocking chair play. Tampa Bay looks good.
4 on the Buccaneers.
And then after that, it's a sweat.
Well, let's not gloss over how we got from 99 to 95. 3 lost with the Steelers on Thursday night, but we did have a no pick this week. So that's the 4, 99 to 95. Now you talked about the 33 on Miami, and they're up 24-0 at half over New England. Another 33 entrants are on the Commanders, and they are tied with the Dallas Cowboys 3-3 at halftime. All of the folks that are still in that joined us here in the pod today have the Commanders, so they get to commiserate and sweat this second half and wonder, where is Marcus Mariota?
One of the biggest sweats of the entire season is unfolding in front of our eyes. It's Washington versus Dallas. The game was tied at half, 3-3, with Washington significantly underperforming earlier in the game. Dallas now has the lead late. Washington connects on a 75-yard pass play, and the game can be tied up with just an extra point. Washington lines up for a point after and misses. This result is taking out 33 Circa Survivor contestants, including Tom. You can feel the pain of this knockout.
It was a sweat the whole game. You know, you go in, when you look back, you set some rules and parameters for how you're going to make your selections. But as the season unfolds, what's presented in front of you week to week is its own set of data. You know, so do you love division games? No. Division games at home, a little better. But it's just what was in front of you, you know, so.
I mean, what a range of emotions. You know, being from DC and seeing the Commanders as a 10.5-point favorite over Dallas is just something we're not used to. You watch that first half, I mean, what a disaster that first half was. You've got a blocked field goal, you've got missed field goals, you've got fumbles left and right, and then the fourth quarter unfolds, and 33 of the 95 are out because Washington loses in devastating fashion to their arch rival.
Tom's sweatmate, Bubba Horowitz, also went down with the Commanders, and we're sad to see them both go. But they each had a spectacular run, and we hope to see them back next year.
What a ridiculous game.
Yeah, they had no chance, then they had a chance, and the guy missed the extra point. I mean, that's football. It's a hell of a run. It's a great event, and the friendships that I made here will last a lot longer than the pain. I like to burn this hat when I get home. But it's a good run. Somebody's got to lose, and unfortunately, I'm on the losing side today. So.
And that's got to be the frustration with Circa Survivor, no matter what week you're in. And now, knowing that your value on your entry was $150,000 entering today, sitting here at the same time, watching Washington, even if they ended up pulling it out, struggle every which way against Dallas as a double-digit favorite, the first double-digit favorite to lose outright this year. And you had Miami going on at the same time and absolutely dominating, knowing that that was more than likely available. That's got to be one of the big what-ifs, and that's what's so crazy about Circa Survivor.
Week 12 is a wrap right now. It's a tough week 12. We're down to 54 Circa Survivors left, getting ready for Thanksgiving. It was brutal today. A couple of games were just tough to watch, but down to 54 going into Thanksgiving, and then 3 days later, boom, you got to hit the Sunday. So we're at week 13A and week 13B. I think the next week's going to be really something. We may have to find a few more survivors here, or this documentary is not going to last much longer.
Circa Survivor Week 12, we enter with 99 live entries. And Mike, we were wondering whether there would be chaos again. It came in Week 12.
I didn't think there was going to be chaos. I thought we were going to have a clean week. We were going to lose the 3 from Thursday, be down to that 90-95 number. But oh man, was there absolute chaos. I cannot imagine the people who had the Commanders and the just roller coaster of emotions they must have gone through right at the end of the game. You have a long touchdown and you think you tie it up at 27. And the kicker misses the extra point, and down goes your Survivor season.
Mike, down to 54 entries, and it's a quick turnaround because it's the Thanksgiving week.
It is. It's a 2-pick week here. You're going to have to make a selection from one of the 3 Thanksgiving days or the Black Friday game. So you've got those 4 games to choose from, and a lot of people got a curveball here. Most people were saving the Cowboys for this week. Obviously, that's not going to work out without having Dak Prescott on the field. So you're going to have to make an adjustment here and take someone else from those Thursday or Friday game and then come right back and make another selection for Sunday's games.
Yeah, this is where the contest really gets interesting. The strategy of Circa Survivor really comes into play because the teams you were saving, did it play out for you? Did it completely change? Did it go off the rails? This is where we are really going to separate these last 54 entries.
Week 12 ends with the contest nearly down to 50 remaining entries, and the implied value of each entry is now over $250,000 as Circa Survivor moves full steam ahead into Thanksgiving week. After that serious sweat upstairs, we head downstairs to Barry's Downtown Prime to see what they've got cooking.
I'm one of 4 of the co-owners and operating partners for Barry's Downtown Prime, along with Barry, Marco, and Donnie. And we're here, man. We're here to talk football. We're here to talk Barry's, and I'm very excited you guys are coming down after work, per se, right, to have a nice steak dinner. Absolutely. So we have the lovely Sam, and she's doing a tableside old-fashioned for us. This cart goes out at least 40, 50 times a night, especially during convention season and weekends. Sometimes it goes out 80 times a night, which is insane. You know, all sports are good to us here thanks to the way Derek has built this casino and this whole program with Circa Sports, with Stadium Swim. But football in particular, the energy when football season kicks in, actually even before, during preseason it already kicks in, but you feel it because the restaurant opens every night at 5 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam. We obviously get athletes here all the time. Sure. Football players, baseball players, UFC fighters, the hockey, the Golden Knights are here all the time. But our bread and butter for the restaurant and our VIPs are the casino players and the locals, right? and then the people that come from out of town to place the bets. One of us will go over and shoot the shit with them, right? It'll be myself, Barry, and Mark.
I love that.
How's Circa Survivor treating you? Are you excited for this year? Last year's winner came down to the bar. The day he found out that he won, he came down to the bar, had a great bottle of wine, had a Dover Soul.
Thanks so much for your time today, man.
My pleasure.
Happy holidays. It's Thanksgiving, and Circa Survivor has its own holiday tradition. Every contestant must pick a team on Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday. With only 8 teams playing, contestants had to save at least a couple of teams they could trust for this make or break entry.
Yeah, I love Survivor pools. The way Circa does it is completely unique, where they pull apart Thanksgiving week and they have that as a separate week. That's why I'm here, because if you come out to Las Vegas for one weekend for Thanksgiving, you're kind of getting 2 weeks of sweat out of the contest, so it's exciting. But yeah, traditionally the Thanksgiving week is filled with carnage because there's kind of a bottlenecking that happens. You're forced to pick one of those 8 teams. So you got the carnage, and if you're lucky enough to get through Thanksgiving, congratulations, but now you gotta turn around in 48 or so hours and make one of the biggest decisions on your life on a really crazy Sunday.
So obviously the Meatball Brothers, right? You know, being a part of the contest, not only are you into your own picks, but you start to follow the other entries and come to find out those guys are from where we're from, down in Phoenix. And so we've taken a little bit of interest in just seeing how they're doing, and clearly they have a path maybe to win this thing, right? And so we got to latch on to somebody, and so we're going to latch on to the Meatball Brothers and see how they do. And in tracking that, it'd be totally awesome to see them find a way to finish this thing out, although it's going to be incredibly hard. They have a difficult path, a lot of sweats along the way. You know, we're behind them, we're hoping they win, and we're looking forward to seeing what they do with the next several weeks of their picks.
It's, you know, this is the farthest we ever made it in Circa Survivor. We're coming up on Thanksgiving. It's getting really nerve-wracking. We kind of started a tradition now that we have to eat meatballs when we're watching the game. So
we're the Meatball Brothers.
Yeah, we're the Meatball Brothers. So we're back here at Native. We're sweating out more games and stuff, and we have to eat meatballs. That's our thing every week.
Thanksgiving is going to be a tough one, but we feel good. We have Kansas City. We've been saving them all year, right? So they're performing well.
Yeah, they should be fine. Should be a lock, you know.
Home against the Raiders.
The Raiders, you feel like maybe they're going to mail it in. They're kind of going for a draft pick and stuff, going for a quarterback. They maybe want, you know, that Sanders kid. They want a quarterback or something, but we're going to see. But it's we feel good, and we've been saving them since week 1, I think.
Yeah. Kansas City's been off limits the whole year.
We looked at the schedule, and that was Colby's like, that's the team we have to use at Thanksgiving. So we did not touch them. We didn't even consider them the whole year.
The Chiefs are the overwhelming favorite with 29 selections or 53% of the field. The Lions are another top choice with 17 selections. Rounding out the field are the Cowboys and the Packers with just 5 and 3 selections.
Yeah, the unique part about Circa Survivor is obviously the holiday weeks being Thanksgiving and Christmas. Obviously, we're at the first holiday week being Thanksgiving. Massive sweat for the 17 individuals who chose the Lions this morning. You know, all 17 people who had the Lions ultimately ended up choosing the Lions. And certainly if it weren't for the Bears' very poor clock management, we could have seen a large part of the pool go down. But 17 people move on there, and for the individuals that took Dallas, it looks like they're going to be getting by the New York Football Giants. So certainly an exciting first half of Circa Survivor for the first 2 morning games.
Talk about a no-sweat holiday. All 54 Circa Survivors moved through the Thanksgiving holiday after every team selected won their game. Now comes the hard part, though, of turning around and making another pick within 48 hours.
So after 5 weeks, 97% of the tournament out. Now we go into, like, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff, and even on VSiN we were talking about it. There's no way. This is gonna be one winner, this contest, the way it's going. Well, Thanksgiving comes, and all of a sudden, everyone gets through.
Look, everyone's thankful. They somehow made it all the way through Thanksgiving. 54 for 54. Wasn't easy, but you got there. And the Washington Commanders, a team who just a week ago became the first double-digit favorite of the NFL season to lose outright. They are the #1 selection today against the Tennessee Titans. So, look, buckle up. It's not easy. You've made it this far. $264,000 is your implied value right now of your entry.
So we're here at WWE Survivor. Gonna look at the picks for this week. Only 2 people on the Vikings. Good news. Love it.
Week 13B, early games are now in the books. One easy one with the Commanders. Number 1 selected, rocking chair all day. 3 tight ones, including 2 miracle comebacks. We had the Colts miracle comeback against New England. We had the Minnesota Vikings unbelievable comeback.
2 scores down.
And then we had the Texans game where they hung on.
We entered week 13B with 54 entries and 50 players. The Bengals were selected twice, but we haven't eliminated any players. We're now at 52 entries with 50 players.
That's right. There were four Circa Survivor contestants with 2 left. 2 of those took Bengals on one of their plays.
Correct. So they're still alive. But now we're down to only 2 that have 2 left as we head into the afternoon.
Hey, it's Roy from the NFL Wise Guys. And these Wise Guys were once considered the favorites to win the entire contest when they had 6 entries just last week. But like Todd Bubba Horowitz and Tom from New York, they also took the Commanders and lost 4 entries. Now they're down to just 2, though most contestants would be quite happy with 2 entries at this point.
Yes, sir. NFL Wise Guys had to come here and watch the greatest the games and the greatest sports book in America. As everyone knows, it's all over social media. We're very aggressive with our strategy. We have a strategy that we had in place from the beginning of the season, and we stuck to it pretty much the entire time. Our goal is definitely to try to get these sheets towards the end. So right now, we have our last 2 remaining entries. They're on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. Division road game. A lot of people don't like it, which is another reason why we thought we'd take a chance, because it wouldn't be a popular pick, and hopefully we can move on and one of these other top plays could go down. We're one of the few entries left that have the Kansas City Chiefs available on Christmas. There's 8 of us left.
The NFL Wise Guys, with the implied value of those 2 picks to put them both on one team, they obviously feel very good about the Bucs. One other strategy would be to split those. Now the question becomes, though, if you can find 2 games that you like. I don't know. Obviously, the Bucs is the biggest play and the best play this weekend, so we'll see.
This is what makes it fun, though, man.
Oh, I know.
The sweats that you can have.
I don't have a heart attack from this. I know I got a good heart.
Yeah, no shit.
My heart's still in good shape.
He needs to go to the gym for cardio. When you can sweat these games.
I'm fine. I'm good.
Bucs pulled off a nice little 30-second field goal to tie the game, and now we're in overtime driving. Let's end this game, baby. Yes! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Brady! Let's go! Let's go! That was good. Let's go! The Wise Guys ain't done yet! We ain't done yet! Let's go! You got 2. 2, yeah. Woo!
Mike, we enter the holiday weeks, the wrinkle here in Circa Survivor. 13A, we enter with 54 entries. We leave 13A with 54 entries, but not without a little bit of drama.
Almost get all 54 through today as well, Matt, although there were some sweats.
Yeah, the Commanders get through. They were your most picked team this week. 13 entries, 19 had them available. They move on pretty easily. But this Bucs game that just happened right out here behind us, some drama for sure.
There are 11 very, very happy Circa Survivor entries who move on.
Circa Survivor enters December with 52 entries remaining and a strong push for $14 million.